Okay, you're going.
Okay. Welcome everybody to our Challenger Zoom call. Tonight we are going to talk a little bit about mindset, but before we get started talking about mindset, Elizabeth is going to, on the fly, talk a little bit about the new program that comes out next month. Elizabeth?
When Angie says on the fly, she means I literally just had 5 seconds to know that I was doing this. So next month, I think I'm talking about 9-Week Control Freak, which is Autumn Calabrese's new fitness program. She's the one who created 21 Day Fix and 80 Day Obsession, Country Heat, all my personal faves. But I really don't know a lot about the program. I know that there's a sample of one of the workouts on Beachbody On Demand. It's about 35 minutes long. I did it. I loved it. I love like the setup of the workout. I did it a couple weeks ago, so I don't remember exactly how it was set up, or else I would explain it. But yeah, I'm assuming it's 9 weeks long. And from the results, pictures that I've seen so far of the test groups, they look stellar. And all of the workouts are less than 30 minutes a day. So I'm real excited. That's all I know about it though.
Yeah, I did the sample too, but I did it when it very first came out. So it was like a couple months ago. So I don't recall it very well. I do know there's one piece of equipment that I don't have that you have to get to go with it that like goes on a door frame or something. I have to figure out how to do that in the rooms that we have. But otherwise, it looks like a fun program. But I like Autumn stuff too. Has anybody else tried it? Did anybody else try that sample? No, not yet. It's up there. If you go into Beachbody On Demand and you want to try the sample, you can find it in there. There's the same thing with almost all the programs have some sort of a sample. So if you click on the header of the program, there's a sample workout, like for Lift 4 and for 80 Day and for all of the programs, there's a sample. So if you're not sure what program to try next, there's a good sample. And those samples have they're like a little bit of all the different kinds of workouts. They're not like a sample of just one kind of the workouts that are in there. So, okay. Thank you, Elizabeth. She really truly did that on the fly because I had forgotten to think of one of the things that we do at the beginning like that and a product thing. And so that's a good one because we have new workouts that come out all the time. And oftentimes we know about them and we think that everybody does, but you guys don't all know about them because you're not knee deep in Beachbody stuff like we are. So, okay. Tonight, I am going to talk a little bit about the motto or the slogan that goes with Beachbody, because this is one of those ones that I never really paid much attention to. It's on all the boxes and it's on all the stuff, but I never really paid any attention to it and never really made much of a difference for me. But I started thinking about this and listening to some podcasts and listening to some that we have a thing called National Wake Up Call, which are different coaches and what they talk about. And I started listening to some of those and they were talking about the motto for Beachbody, which is decide, commit, succeed. And I started thinking about why this was so important and why is it so hard to decide on a workout or a nutrition program? And why is that the most important part of kind of taking control of our food and our fitness and our prayer life and all of those things. But when you make the decision, then it's easier to follow through with everything. But there are lots of reasons why we don't decide. So like some of the reasons I didn't decide on a nutrition program is I didn't want to give up all the stuff I wanted to have. I didn't want to fail yet again at a nutrition program. I didn't want to have to find something else or try learning something new or doing something all over again. And so instead, I just decided not to decide. I was going to do a little bit of 2B mindset and I was going to do a little bit of ultimate portion fix and I was going to kind of make it up as I went along and do what I wanted to do. Now, mind you, I got really great results with ultimate portion fix after I had my 9th baby. I had her and about 6 months after I had her, I decided finally to go all in with ultimate portion fix and 21 day fix. And I decided I was going to do everything just like I was supposed to. This was before Ultimate Portion Fix came out with the videos and everything. So you just kind of had to figure it out yourself. And I lost 12.5 pounds in 21 days. I got down to my pre-pregnancy weight, and then I lost even more. I got down to almost the weight that's on my driver's license. Almost, not quite. And then I decided that worked pretty well. What bright, shiny object can I follow next? And I tried something else, something completely different. I thought, I'll do a little bit of Ultimate Portion Fix and I will try intermittent fasting. And I gained 15 pounds in 2 months. I was so frustrated. And from that point on, I have not followed a nutrition program like I was supposed to again. I did a little bit of 2B Mindset. I did a little bit of Ultimate Portion Fix. So what I was missing was making the decision to do something. So I always decide that I'm going to exercise. That's never been a problem for me. Deciding to exercise is like, it's just something I do. I don't even have to think about it. This is one of those things where I love to exercise. I would exercise and then eat a bag of Doritos. And for me, that's like, I just made it up. It's no big deal. But I decide to exercise. So I thought I would be able to lose the weight if I just kept doing the exercise part. So what I ended up doing was I never decided to do a nutrition program. It was too hard. It was too restrictive. Maybe this is just the way my body was going to be from now on. My husband would say that sometimes. He would say, maybe this is just how you're supposed to be. And it would like smoke would come out of my ears because I would get so upset that he was saying stuff like that. But come to realize, I had kind of decided that that was the truth. I had decided I couldn't follow these programs. I couldn't do it. So I didn't do it consciously. I kind of did it like backhandedly, like not conscientiously thinking about it. I just kind of decided that I didn't have to do that stuff. I kept falling off. I was looking for something else. And I did a little bit of everything, but not a lot of anything. Okay. So here's the real truth. If you've lost weight in the past, you can lose it again. And I had to realize that. And it's just been like not even that long that I've come to this decision that if I've lost weight, I can do it again. I just have to commit to one of the programs, decide on one of the programs, and then commit to that program. That was it. No matter what your age, no matter what your weight, no matter what your gender, like people are always telling me their husbands can lose weight, but they can't. I could say the same thing. My husband and I did the exact same food all summer long. He lost like 15 pounds that he didn't need to lose, and I stayed the same. But it doesn't matter whether it's that time of the month, it doesn't matter. You can lose the weight if you've lost it in the past. You can decide on a program and you can follow it, and you can stop telling yourself, I'm too old, I'm too young, I've had too many kids, I haven't had enough kids, I have whatever the excuse is that is keeping you back. You can break through that once you decide which nutrition program you want to follow. Now, everybody who buys a challenge pack gets 2 from now on. And anybody who bought one in the past, they're slowly coming out. So everybody gets both choices. So you can pick one. And if you get halfway through and you're like, or you get like a month in and you're like, I think I made the wrong choice. This is the wrong one. You can do the other one. They both are good. You just have to find the one that grooves with you, and you have to find the one that you're willing to do for the rest of your life. Not for 21 days, not for 80-day obsession, not for 30-day breakaway. You do them while you do those, but you have to pick the nutrition program that's going to be the one that is going to be your thing forever. And if you want to pick a different one in a month because this wasn't right, go ahead. But you can't pick one and then not pick any and then pick the other one and then pick kind of both of them. You got to commit. So your nutrition program is the thing that you do for the rest of your life. Your fitness programs are like a tool in your toolbox that you do while you do that to help you stay healthy. But if you want to stay the healthiest, you have to pick a nutrition program and you have to live with it. I do 2B. Yes. And so you can go back and forth, but you can't do them at the same time. And that's the part that I was doing. And actually it's one that where I've talked to other coaches and we're like, yeah, they're kind of same. They're kind of a little different. I could kind of do this. And we're holding each other back by doing that as well. So when I tell other coaches, yeah, you know, they're kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing. They're not. They're different. They're completely different. And the way Autumn and Alana talk, they're different. And you got to find the one that resonates with you for who you are in the season of life you're in. But you can do it. Okay. Forever. Can you switch back and forth? Yes. Do you have to stick with one when you're doing it? Yes. So you have to decide on a program and then you have to follow it. Now, what does committing to that program look like? Committing means you follow the guidelines of the program. So there are different guidelines for both of the programs. There are hundreds of videos between the two of them that you can watch about the programs. That's great. Becca tried one, it didn't work for her, and she tried another one, and the nutrition changed everything. And I think that that's true. And so if you're doing UPF, the general guideline is you use the containers, you measure and you follow the containers, and you only have treat days a couple days a week. End of story. There's some other stuff and there's lots of other things, but that's kind of the general guidelines for that one. For 2B, she does her 2 bunnies. She's super cutesy, which is not my groove, but that's the way it is. She's all like bunny, 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 and whatever. So hers is water first, veggies most, use your scale as information, not as a self-defeating tool, but as information, and track your stuff every day. Now, both of them tell you to track your stuff. Autumn's is a little less part of the beginning of her program, but you got to track your stuff in both of them. And then when you find a weight loss day, keep doing that day. Don't change it until you get an idea of what your body can handle and what it can do. Keep doing that day. If it means you have to eat the same thing for breakfast every day for a week and you keep losing weight, good job. You're doing it. That's what we're supposed to do. If you're looking for maintenance mode, you don't have to do that as much. But if you're looking for weight loss mode, that's what you need to do. And how awesome is it to see the scale go down, to see yourself feel better, and to feel healthier, and to know you're making a difference. And when you can do that, the more you win, the more you want to win. And so you just keep doing it. But it means also committing means you learn about the programs. So when you learn about the programs, you watch the videos. If you've watched them all before, watch them again. Keep watching them. And what I've decided to do is I watch a couple of them every day while I'm making dinner. I don't have to pay full attention, but I can listen to her and her cutesy bunnies. I can listen to her talk while I'm making dinner. And it just is like background noise, and the kids come in and they hear stuff she's saying and they talk about it with me, and that's fine. But I'm making a decision to pick a program and to have that be the background of my life, of my nutrition program. My nutrition program becomes part of my life. It's not just something I do while I'm exercising or before and after I exercise. So if you're doing UPF, do the same thing. She's got a whole list of videos. If you don't know where they are so you can watch them, they're in the nutrition app, and there's a little tab at the bottom that says videos, and you can watch all the videos for it. And those videos will reinforce what you're doing, and you'll remember. Like I got to one of Alana's today, and she said, if you have a breakfast, find a breakfast that works for you. Eat it every day. Okay, I'll find one that works and I'll eat it every day. I'll try it. She knows what she's talking about. I'm not getting the results I'm looking for. Maybe she has some ideas that I don't have, and I can try that. Both of those creators have a book. Autumn has a book. Alana has a book. My library has both of those books. You can get them out from the library. You don't even have to pay for them. But you can also buy them. Beachbody sells them. Amazon sells them. Your neighbor might have them. I don't know. But you can read their books too, because personal development is important. Learning new things about your fitness, your nutrition, your life, your prayer life, all of those things are important in our lives. One of the ways we can do that is read these books. You can listen to Alana's book for free if you sign up for Audible. Look at that. If you have Audible, you can probably buy it instead. I have Audible and I couldn't buy it. I couldn't get it for free, but I could check the digital copy out on my phone. And so I'm reading it on my Kindle, on my phone, the Kindle app on my phone. But everybody's got to find their what they're able to do. If you listen to books better, listen to them. If you want to watch the videos, watch the videos, but they both have books out. And it's important to kind of pour into yourself the things that you need to make changes on. The more you understand where your mindset needs to shift, where you're sabotaging yourself, what you're doing that's undermining your best efforts, the better you're going to be to fight that so that you can make those changes in your life. So for me, I don't want to have any rules and restrictions, like none at all. But my results were not getting me where I wanted to go. And so I had to make a change. So I have to decide on a program and I have to follow it. And I had to pick one that I thought I would rather follow this for life than this one. Even though I got really great results with the Ultimate Portion Fix, I'm going to try to be mindset, because in my mind and when I see my life, I would like to have that be what I don't want to sit down with a container every day for the rest of my life. But if I have to, I will. So we'll see how this goes. I'm deciding right now one to follow. All right. This is also, so you do the workouts, but you use the nutrition program for life and you do them forever. Now, I started with nutrition because that's the part that's hardest for me to do. I will fail more often at nutrition than I will at my workouts. I will do the workouts, even if I stayed up too late, even if I had a drink the night before, even if I ate junky food the day before, I will still get my workout in. But my nutrition's going to slide. But the same thing goes for your workouts. You guys got to decide what your workout's going to be. Because if you don't decide on your workout and you have to pick it every single day, it's not going to work. You got to say, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, and I'm going to stick with it no matter what. Even if it's Pilates, I'm going to do it on the day I'm supposed to do it. So it might take 60 days to do 30-day breakaway, but you're going to do the program. You're going to finish the program. And the more you commit to it and then you finish it and you keep repeating that on, because in your mind, healthy people work out. Healthy people, this is what a healthy person would do. This is what somebody who's trying to strive to be more healthy would do. Then you can go and you can move your body and you can change your mind and your body and your relationships, and all those things change when you start taking the best care of yourself. There are so many reasons to work out, and I can go through tons and tons of reasons to work out, but it doesn't really matter until you decide what your workout's going to be and you commit to doing it. And you got to commit. Nobody else can do that for you. Your husband can't kick you out of bed and say, go do your workout. You got to do your workout. You have to decide that you're worth it. Your mental health is worth it. Your family is worth it. You need this time for you. It's important for your health and your life. And whatever your reasons are, and then you can commit to doing it. If somebody told you that if you didn't work out, something terrible would happen to your family, you would work out. But honestly, if you don't work out, sometimes that's the case because your kids see you grow up not taking care of yourself, or your kids see you feeling bad. Like my kids would see me feeling depressed or anxious when I didn't work out. So I had to decide that that was the best choice for me, was to work out. Even if it was hard and they cried while I worked out, it didn't matter, because they were going to get a better mom if I did my workout than if I didn't. So I challenge you tonight to pick a nutrition program, whether it's 2B Mindset or whether it's Ultimate Portion Fix. It doesn't matter. It's the one that works for you, the one that resonates in your mind and your heart and what you can see using for your life. And then decide and tell your coach, and then decide on a fitness program and tell your coach what fitness program you're going to do after the one you're doing now, and tell them when you plan to finish it. Because once you commit to those things, you'll be more likely to do them. And that's one of the reasons these groups are so important, is that you can tell the people in the group and they can hold you accountable. They can say, but you decided to do this. And so why are you not doing that now? Yes, having a plan that excites you is so important. And I think that's one of the reasons that the new programs coming out is great, but it's also is not always going to be fun. It's also sometimes going to be no new programs. And what am I supposed to do now? But if you've decided that you want to be a healthy person, you're going to exercise every day, you will have a plan and you will make time for it and you will stick to it. Because the more you win, the more you're going to want to win. All right. That's what I have for you guys tonight. So does anybody have any questions about either the nutrition programs or any of the fitness programs? Because I know a lot of times we don't spend time letting people ask questions about them. And I'm happy. I'm certified in both of the programs for Ultimate Portion Fix Mentor and 2B Mindset Mentor. So if anybody has a program about a question about either of those programs, I'm happy to answer them. Or you can talk to your coach about them. But taking the time to figure out the one that's going to work for you and then sticking to it is going to be the thing that's going to bring you success. The favorite thing about the nutrition programs? Is that what you're asking, Sarah? I can't find Sarah's face. Yeah. Yeah, the fitness programs. My favorite thing about 2B Mindset is her flexibility with special occasions. Not everything's a special occasion and you can't take every special occasion and do it. But I actually do like the 2 bunnies, even though they're a little ridiculous. I like having those guidelines. I hate tracking my food. Hate it. But I do it because I want to get better results. But I hate it. But the water first and being able to have seconds and being able to think about what I actually need and take the best care of myself by picking my foods that way. I like that about 2B Mindset. Ultimate Portion Fix, I have liked because I liked being able to up, when I was training for my marathon, I could up the containers and know that I was getting enough food. It felt like I was eating way more than I should have, but I was training. And so I needed to have more calories. And I don't think I would have had enough calories if I'd have been doing 2B Mindset. I wouldn't have taken the best care of myself that way. And so I think like for nursing moms, I think that's one of the reasons I think Ultimate Portion Fix can be a real boon, is because you will eat more than you think you need to, because she tells you go up this bracket, this many brackets. And that's helpful because otherwise you feel like you're never going to lose the weight because you're nursing. And it's just, you just need to have that food. All right, so let's see. Is it common to have a plateau at the start of a new fitness program? So I don't know if anybody else wants to answer this. Does anybody else want to answer that? Any other coaches?
Okay, so I have a weird angle and a limited experience, but that has happened to me before in like the first week-ish, and then my body kind of adjusts. I feel like I have a very sensitive metabolism, and my body will freak out if it doesn't think it's getting enough food and just kind of hold on to like everything. So it might just be the change in tempo. I think you were doing bar blend before.
Yeah, I was doing bar blend and I lost it was just very, very consistent. And it was very suddenly that it just went flat. And I don't know, because I haven't been doing strength training and that's a big part of 30 day. So I'm just trying to figure out if I should keep on keeping on or switch back to bar blend.
I would say, I would give it probably more if you, especially if you just started, I would give it a little longer and then make sure. I think you had said you were doing 2B.
Mhm.
I would touch base with Megan because I can't see if she's on because I'm on my phone, but touch base with her just to make sure you're getting enough calories. But that has happened to me before in the first like week of starting a new program while my body adjusts to the different like strains on my metabolism and stuff.
Okay.
If anyone else has
Also
any.
look at your inches. That's a thing too, is sometimes we're still losing a lot of inches, but not the weight. So do your measurements. That's a big thing too.
Okay. Thank
The
you.
other thing is if you're doing strength training, your body is tearing muscles and then water, you're going to hold more water
Mhm.
because those muscles have torn, especially if you've been doing bar blend, which I know it has some weights, but it's more toning as opposed to the more muscle building stuff that's in 30-day breakaway. I found 30-day, I actually got a little sore because I lifted pretty heavy and I didn't lose any weight those first couple of weeks also because I was lifting heavier. And so those little tears cause your body to retain some water.
Okay.
So I would just keep going
Okay.
if I were you. Because in the end, trying something new, and even if you go back to bar blend after 30 days, your body will have gotten stronger and you will be just that much healthier and you'll be able to do bar even better the next time if you've tried 30-day.
Thank you.
Sure. Best program for weight gain, lifting. Where are you? I don't know who, Gabrielle. I can't see you, Gabrielle, but a lifting program is going to be one of the better ones for weight gain. And you're not going to gain so when I very first went to a gym, I was like, I don't want to gain a lot of muscle. I just want to lose some weight. You're never going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're never going to look like super muscly. So the more you can lift, the more you're going to gain in the long run, especially if you're upping your food, your protein, and your vegetables. And so you'll gain more weight if you can up. If that's your goal, Sarah Hester, you're going to have a problem. But that's going to be your best choice. So Lift 4, Body Beast. I've done all of these, by the way. Lift 4, Body Beast. What's another one? What would be another one that's more lifting? I think those are probably the most lift intensive ones. You could do 21-day fix, but it's actually supposed to be for weight loss. So if you're going to do 21-day fix, I would, yeah, hammer and chisel. I'm not sure about 80-day. I'd have to look and see how those are listed. Some of them are the ones that are listed as muscle building and not weight loss. Those are the ones you want to look for. And they do have a filter, so you can look those up because, and if you're really interested in building muscle, creatine will help. It will cause weight gain because your body retains some water as you take creatine, but creatine will help with muscle building. And so you're not going to be gaining a bunch of flabby flesh. You're going to be gaining muscle that's more bulk. So I don't know if that helps. Do you have any other questions, Gabrielle? Is that?
Well, it's just like I'm underweight, so like I don't have muscle or fat. Like I'm just horribly like 5 pounds under my normal weight right now. It's because I'm breastfeeding and it's just so hard to like gain weight. So I was just kind of wondering which one would help me nutritionally, like eat more. Like would the portion one be the best?
Are you meant for the poor? I mean, you meant for nutrition programs. I'm sorry. I thought you meant for food, for.
No, that's okay. That helps too. I'm new to all of this. This is my first like call. So I'm just
Oh yeah.
trying to.
So if you're doing a nutrition program, are you doing one of them now?
No, I started yesterday. So I haven't even like looked at anything. Like I just jumped in the call.
So if you go into the videos, there's an intro one for both of them. And you need to kind of look at them and see which one kind of resonates with you. But you need to be very conscious about the protein, vegetables, and fats that you're going to eat to gain weight. if you're going to do To Be Mindset. And if you're going to do Ultimate Portion Fix, you will get a certain number of containers and that will get bumped up because of nursing. And when you do that, just make sure you actually eat all of the containers, because it's going to look like a lot of food and you're going to be like, I can't eat that much food. That's how much you need to eat. And that's the most important thing, is don't try to change it for you. Follow the programs. And Alana does have some videos in there, and you can find them. You might even be able to find those on YouTube. One's on breastfeeding and using To Be Mindset. But I know that there's a whole section on breastfeeding and Ultimate Portion Fix in the videos that they have on Beachbody On Demand.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. But you guys need to pick the one for you. And that's the most important thing, because what works for Elizabeth or for Jen or for me or for Gabrielle might not be the one that works for somebody else. And so you guys need to pick the one that's for you. Anybody else have any other questions? No? Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for coming tonight. I will do a quick prayer. Not my strong point. I forgot to write one down, so I'm going to have to do this on the fly. It's not my thing, but I'll try. Okay. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time together tonight. We thank you for this group of ladies who've come together to learn, but also to show up for one another and to pray for each other, to take the time to learn more about our lives, our nutrition, and our fitness, and to help us to be better mothers and wives and friends. Please watch over our families. Please watch over all of our families during this week of Thanksgiving. Keep all of us safe and take the best care of us. Please be a good father to all of those who are sad or suffering or tired or lonely, and please watch over them and take the best care of them. Help us to take action in our lives this week, in our fitness and our nutrition. Help us to follow you in all that we do. We love you very much. Amen. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. Have a lovely Thanksgiving, and I will see you all next week.